What's going on everyone, it was Mark from Find Your Fait here. Today in this video I want to explain to you what astrology is. This is the final episode of the astrological series. Now I do want to actually record it because I do want to make this as simple and as basic as possible. If you do want to read this article, it's on our website which I'll link below. So the first thing I do want to say, some people just think that astrology is just a bunch of 12 star sign types. That is not true at all. It's not just a star sign. So for example, Gordon Ramsay, which is the previous video I did, he's a Scorpio. But he's not just a Scorpio, he has his moon, which is his emotions in Virgo, his ascendant or rising, which is how he externally projects himself in Gemini. If you scroll down a little more, what do we see here? We see a whole birth chart that explains who he is as a person. So all of this gets dissected by us astrologers, and we help you understand through that whole thing. As you can see, there's a lot going on there, which is what I want to explain in this video. So the first thing I want to go on about is the actual zodiac sign. The actual sign itself is the energy type, or that flavour that the energy is. So for example, Aries is bold, impulsive and fiery. That is that energy type. Virgo is analytical, precise and loves attention to detail. The sign itself is just the energy type. And then we have the planet. The planet is where that sign or energy type is going to be expressed. So for example, the sun is how you express yourself. It's pretty much how you are on the outside. So if someone has their sun in Aries, so I have that energy type which is bold, impulsive, fiery, through the sense of self-expression. They're going to express those traits. Or if another person had their moon in Aries, the moon is your emotional self and how you are on the inside, then they're going to have the bold, impulsive, fiery like the fiery traits still there, but they're going to express it more in an emotional, eternal way. So they still have the same traits, but it's just more emotional, you could say, or more eternal. Or they could have it in Mercury. Mercury is how you communicate. So the communication style would be bold, impulsive, and fiery. So to keep it in simple terms, the zodiac sign is the energy type. The planet is the area of a personality is going to be expressed in. Then thirdly, we have the houses. The houses is what area of life that energy is going to be playing out in. So for example, once again, an Aries sun in the 4th house. The 4th house is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer is all about family and things like that. So they would have that bold, impulsive, fiery traits directed in towards family and things like that. Pretty much directed in Cancer themes, you could say. Then the last thing I want to say is aspects. The aspects how the energy may fly or flows, whichever way I want to say it. I'm going to say flows for the sake of this video. That's pretty much how the energy is going to flow. So for example, if someone has their moon in Cancer, trine, their Pluto in Scorpio, so their emotional self is forming a positive connection, since trines are positive aspects, with their Pluto. And Pluto is how you transform. It's pretty much about transformation, death and things like that. So that would mean that their Pluto becomes part of their moon. So this Cancer moon would have Scorpio emotions as well. They'll still have Cancer emotions, but they'll also feel very intense and will have that Scorpio traits there, you could say. And since Pluto is ruled by Scorpio, this is a natural placement, so that just makes it perfectly part of their moon, you could say. Or you're going to have someone that has their Pluto square their moon, and that will mean that the two energies are not flowing very well together. But I'm not going to go in depth. You can watch that video about aspects within this series for more information about that. But anyway, if you want to see the signs, you can go on and pretty much watch the first video that I did about the zodiac signs. You also got the planets, which is a part of the personality. The sun is your core self, pretty much your ego and how you are on the outside as well. The moon is your emotion, instinct and inner world, which I gave an example earlier. As I said, communication for Mercury and so on and so forth. So it's very important about what area in the personality that the zodiac sign is playing out in. Then we have the houses, which these are all the areas in life that can be affected. That with the houses, it's pretty much in order of the zodiac signs. So for example, the first house is ruled by Aries, the second house is ruled by Taurus, third house is ruled by Gemini, fourth by Cancer, and so on and so forth. So you've got 12 houses, 12 zodiac signs, which correspond to it's pretty much an order, you could say, of the zodiac signs, where it actually rules. So I'm going to give another example here that it says here, Venus is in Gemini in the 11th house. That means that your love style would be playful, intellectual, and curious from Gemini. And then the 11th house is about friendships and community. So when you have it in the 11th house, they will experience this mostly through friendship, social group, and community-oriented relationships. Another one that we could do, if I want to put it all together, another person could have Mars in Scorpio. Mars is the drive and aggression. Scorpio is the energy type, which is intense, deep, and static. And then the 8th house is the area and life that's going to be put in, which is sex, transformation, and power dynamics. I want to say that once more, just to make it more simple. So Mars, this is the area of the personality. So the drive and aggression type. Then this is pretty much the energy type, which is intense, deep, and static. And this is the area and life that it's being expressed in mostly, the area and life that all this is focusing on is sex, transformation, and power dynamics. So you would get a person that expresses ambition and passion, which is Mars, in a deep and emotionally intense way from Scorpio, often in situations involving shared resources, intimate relationship, or psychological transformation from the 8th house. They're not surface level, they want full emotional involvement in everything they do. So this is one good example on how if you put the planet, the sign, and the house together. So I'm pretty much hope that actually does teach you on how astrology actually does work and how it really does. It's a very complex system, but if practiced correctly, it is extremely accurate. So nothing works in isolation. So pretty much the sign is pretty much the energy type. I'm going to go back up here and to make sure you understand. So the sign is the energy type. The planet is the area of the personality that energy type is going to be expressed in. The house is the area in life that it's focused on, and the aspect of how the energy flows or flies. So if you have any questions at all, please do let me know. I hope that keeps things very simple for you than doing a full PowerPoint type thing again. If you do want to read this article, we do have it on our website. I'll put it in the description below. So this is pretty much the very final episode of our astrological series. I hope I have helped you understand how astrology works. So if you want to just pause your screen to make sure that this does make sense to you, you may do that. But that's pretty much what I have to say. It's time to get away from all the star sign stuff, as that's not how astrology is truly practiced. Sure, it's fun, but there's a lot going on. So that is why some people do think astrology is bullshit, because it's actually on them for not practicing it correctly. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy this series, and I really do hope it's actually helped you understand astrology a little bit better. I'm looking forward to doing more content over on TikTok and over here on this channel. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.